So, Lewis and Harvey talk speed and sport.
Instead, this time you can see his faces.
See his faces?
Definitely not a sight.
No.
However, you'll have to deal with it.
You now know who's yapping to you instead of which one's which.
Well, yeah, you know me. I'm the talkative one. He's the mistake-ridden one.
Yeah, that's about right.
That is about right. But we're starting off with a few different topics today. We're starting off with our favourite. Behind us, it's touring car. It was Brands Hatch, the season finale, rounds 28, 29, 30.
Yeah, and that...
He's not Brands Hatch.
That's not Brands Hatch. That is beautiful photo I took myself from Donington Park, 25, 6 and 7 rounds.
Right then, that's a good memory.
Good memories.
We've been to, how many rounds? We've been to both Donington rounds.
Yeah,
well,
you went to one, I went to the other.
Yeah, we've covered everything at Donington. But it was Brands Hatch this weekend, and what was it, 6 drivers mathematically?
Yeah, there was mathematics. See, first mistake already. Mathematically, 6 drivers who still could win the title. So we had what? We had Hill and Ingram, obviously, because they went Sutton, Josh Cook, Camish, and Turkington.
Yeah, but it was mostly between going into it, Ingram, Hill, and Sutton.
Yeah.
But starting off at race 1, Sutton wasn't in it for very long.
No,
was it Paddock Hill Bend?
Yeah, it was Paddock Hill Bend. If you might have seen, if you might have checked out the socials, you know, you're probably watching these on @LH_talk speed and sport. Well, that's on all platforms, isn't it? Now on X.
That's the Instagram one.
That is, yeah, Instagram. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
X is a completely different one. We'll get on to that one a bit later.
Indeed, we will. But I'll start off with the first topic of the night.
Yeah, I'll stop rambling.
Was the accident. If you didn't know, Josh Cook coming out of turn 1
got a bit
squirrely behind Ingram and took both of them.
Yeah, he's saying that he might have had a little puncture.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said in the post-race, while everybody else is slugging round and he's sulking his way back to the paddock, he'd said that, oh yeah, a little puncture just to kind of start it off.
I disagree.
No, he literally, it looks like he'd just gone, slammed it on, he's kind of fishtailed it a bit and...
But that was the end of Sutton's title hopes, what was it?
Yeah.
The 5-time dream ended relatively quickly.
The 5-time and the record very quickly ended.
He could be back next year, which actually brings us up to a temporary secondary topic for later on.
Yep.
To remember.
For later on.
About the future of Alliance and Napa racing. But the first round was after the safety car, which took out, was it 5 drivers? Was it 4?
Yeah, so there was
Adam Morgan.
Morgan, that was a pretty hefty hit.
Watson.
Morgan, no, it's Moffat.
Was it Moffat?
No, Rob Huff, sorry.
It was Rob Huff, yeah.
Morgan, Huff, Cook, and Sutton it took out.
Yeah, which big shame for Sutton.
He kind of...
Despite taking a decent thwack, did survive.
Yeah, he kind of got, like, when Cook hit Sutton, Ingram just got kind of hooked on Sutton and pushed him in gravel, but he managed to survive. And the restart, it was for Jake Hill, he was laughing. Oh, he was absolutely laughing.
He qualified pretty, I won't say poorly, but
P6,
6th compared to Ingram, which was second. And Sutton 3rd.
Yeah,
but it worked out.
Oh, as soon as the Red Seas actually parted for him.
The Red Sea just parted him.
He saw them actually just kind of split off either directions, like, right, you know what, I'll stick it inside, keep it clean, and he's sorted.
And on the restart, it didn't take long for Turkington to
let him pass.
The door.
Yeah.
And then Ingram went on a bit of a charge.
He did. He went and he took, what, 11th, were he?
I think he was 8th. I'm trying to remember.
No, he was near the back.
It wasn't near the back. He was in the middle. And he got past De Leon, Taylor Smith
very quickly.
I think was ATS 3rd, or was that? Yes, it was, because Josh Cook was out of the race.
Yeah.
So he got past ATS in 3rd. Those 3, Turkington, Hill, and ATS, just disappeared.
They kind of went off a bit.
Was picking up the pieces.
Then Ingram was on a rampage to that field.
Until he met Mr. Colin Turkington.
Yeah, the world's widest BMW.
The world's widest. The BMWs are big, and have you seen the GT3 BMWs?
Yes.
The big Buckteeth.
Huge.
Yeah. Well, Turkington turned the Buckteeth, not really a Buckteeth BMW.
It's not.
But he made it a Buckteeth BMW.
He did make it.
It
was a huge BMW. It was like, yeah.
And Ingram, he couldn't do anything.
No, he couldn't. It was. what was it like?
Colin Turkington.
8-9 laps he was stuck behind Colin.
Yeah, so it ended up with Jake Hill, getting the first. I wouldn't say a knockout, but it wasn't a knockout. It was more a knockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first punch with Turkington second and
Ingram third.
Ingram third.
So that led him into race 2 with like a 3-point gap between them.
Yeah, I believe so.
Sutton at that point, he was like something like 54 points behind, so with no chance.
Sutton was out of it. It was just Hill and Ingram.
Exactly. Sutton was not bringing it back at all from that point.
Yeah. I don't really remember what happened in race 2.
Race 2, it was Ingram got a very good start.
Yeah, Ingram got.
He were pretty much on the attack from the get-go. By the end of the first lap, he'd done Turkington down.
I remember.
Yeah, he did Turkington up the inside, and then he did.
It was what was it? It was what's the first corner at Brands Hatch called? I feel like I should remember this.
You should remember this.
I should, but I don't.
I'm gonna leave it with you to figure it out. I'm not saying it.
I'll remember eventually, but. It was a beautiful send up the inside.
It was a beautiful send.
Honestly, Ingram's 2 overtakes.
Oh, they were
like masterclass.
Yeah, they were stunning overtakes. Do you know what? We've got to mention this. The overtake he did in race 1 on Mikey Doble.
Oh, yeah.
When he coming back, just as you come off, just before you go onto the Indy loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just sent it straight off. Beautiful. Proper textbook touring car move.
Wait, did he? No, that's why I think he got Turkington going through the dip.
Yeah, he did.
He
got Turkington down the dip.
It was Hill he took a sent.
On the final corner, around Hill.
Ingram made so many overtakes.
I'm forgetting which ones he did.
Beautiful overtakes over the weekend. I don't remember which one was which.
Yeah, from that point in the weekend, he just checked out. It was his race to
he
won
from Jake Hill, didn't he? Did he win from Jake Hill?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
We'll fact check that. But it meant going into the final round of the touring car season, which we'll start off. I think everyone expected it to be like a bit of a downturn with the amount of entries that had gone. People weren't really expecting much, but this season seems to have been fantastic.
Proper season. Oh, he's been a right season.
Yeah, someone just needs to rebuild Rockingham, get some more tracks on the cap.
Yeah.
But I'll just go to Thruxton every week. Thruxton's a brilliant track.
Thruxton was a brilliant weekend.
But the last race of the season, and there was a lot of rain.
There was a lot of rain.
The rain did not affect one man. Driving on pure anger, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Ash Sutton, who was he?
He won. No, he didn't get pole on pole. He was 5th. No.
It doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was like 3rd, I think, on the start. Yeah, it was. Started 3rd again.
It doesn't matter because he wasn't there for very long.
It wasn't.
And he had a pretty dominant.
Oh, he absolutely dominated. He won by over 10 seconds.
Yeah, and they brought it up on commentary quite a bit. But to say he had a similar amount of podiums to Hill and Ingram. Yeah.
That's a new one.
He'd only won twice up until that point. Shows kind of, I won't say a disappointing season, but the downturn in dominance.
Yeah, I'd said whether that reflects on the car performance.
Yeah.
Or just how sheerly well Ingram and Hill have done throughout the season. Still not too sure on, but
yeah,
it was definitely he had 12 wins last season, and he had 3 this year.
Yeah, and Hill and Ingram started 6th and 7th, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They got pretty lucky with the draw.
They did. Similar to a racer at Silverstone, but
yeah, I'd say the start of the race as well. It seemed like the ball was in Ingram's court because Ingram started really well.
He did. Jake Hill dropped back a bit. Ingram had a really good start.
But then it was kind of the opposite of what people thought. The rain would affect the BMWs.
Yeah.
It ended up just not having that kind of impact.
No, it didn't really, did it?
It impacted the Hyundais.
Yeah.
Or the Hyundai.
I'd say both.
Yeah.
Because Zelos didn't really do too great. Neither did Chilton.
Had his moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it eventually came to Hill's turn. Hill and Ingram fought. I think it was for 4th place at the time.
Yeah.
Which Hill came out on top on.
Yeah, through the GE going on.
Yeah, there was your big title scrap towards the end of the season.
I can't lie, at one point I did think they were going to end up coming together, because I'm like, right, it's your last race, there's 3 points between you, neither of them's going to want to give up position.
Yeah.
So, it's...
But it didn't go like that.
It didn't.
Instead, Sutton won from the new touring car champion, Mr. Jake Hill.
Yeah. Hill had a stunning drive that second half of the race.
He did.
He were like a hot knife through butter, just going whang straight through him. Whereas Ingram was
struggling a bit.
Yeah.
I think Ingram ended up finishing 6th, didn't he?
Yeah, it was either 6th or 8th, can't remember.
I think it was 6th. It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
But Hill is your new champion in the BMW.
It's well deserved. Well deserved from his season this year.
Yeah,
well deserved. The most wins on the grid.
You know, Ingram's got his 2 titles over. 2 titles?
1.
It was just 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot he's becoming a 2-time. Ingram's got his title. Sutton has 4 of them. Don't mind, Jake Hill's got 1 now.
Exactly, and he's now.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, you were thinking. Technically got 4.
Oh, Tekken's got 4?
Yeah.
I'm lost in my. I'll get.
You are very lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a well-deserved title for Hill, and I think you could tell how much it meant to him though.
Yeah.
Pre-race.
And Ingram gave a lot of, he handled it very well, I'll say.
It did. It was a very sportsman.
Very happy for him, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's fair. Ingram wasn't really that fussed.
Yeah.
I think he understood when he went into the weekend that there's a couple of points between us. It's either I'll win it here, or I don't. So he's like, you know what? If I don't win it, I'm gonna be happy for him. And I think
handled it very well.
You've got to respect that. You've got to be like that as a driver. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I won. Oh no, sorry, he won. I didn't.
But
and I hate him.
That's the season over.
It's season over. It's very sad the season over.
But they'll be back.
Back in April 25th.
We don't know who's going to be on the grid then.
No, we don't.
But there's 2 things to take out of it. One, did Adam Morgan seems like he's not returning to BMW.
Does it?
In his post, he put a post and it was very thankful of everything BMW had done.
Ooh.
So I think,
to be fair, I'm not surprised.
Didn't his family own Sicily?
Yes.
And they're pretty much out. They're done. I think
because he used to race their own team, the Mercedes, the red and black Mercedes. If those of you remember that, it wasn't. Let's say I remember that. It wasn't that long ago.
Wasn't that?
The Sicily Motors Mercedes, beautiful car.
I think that's his time in touring car. I don't see him really, unless he goes to a 3rd Power Max then.
He's had a struggle ever since he joined the BMW. He's never really been up there. He's not had many wins with them.
Well, this season he's fallen into I'd say the Aidan Moffat, Andrew Watson.
That kind of midfield category.
Midfield. You don't really see him around the midfield, but I think that's him done.
Probably.
Someone who had a good weekend, very good weekend, Darryl De Leon.
He did.
Unlimited box.
He had a mega weekend.
P7 in the first race. Unlimited's best ever finish.
Yeah, it was.
And I think there's some rumours they might expand to a 2nd car if they can get the funding together. There's a big chance of that.
I mean, we've got inside information on that.
I don't know if we do.
No, we don't know.
If it goes to plan, then we will. There was what?
Check out the previous videos for that one because Eagle Eye viewers, you might remember that one.
There's rumours of another fourth BMW again.
Again?
That depends if the funding can get together. I'm not sure what drivers on the grid can afford.
Halstead's staying.
Yeah, Ronan Pearson will be back, I think.
Will he?
I'm fairly certain. He left. It wasn't for financial reasons.
Right.
It was more that I think he signed away from them for next year, so he kind of got
shot in the foot, and they were like, right, you've done it this early in the season, you're gone.
But I've read an article or 2, which could be wrong, but I like to pretend I'm right. Pride myself on being right. Which seemed to point towards the fact that him and his father, I think, said that he's kind of got a place next year.
Right.
So where that is, it could be another Astra. Could be.
You know what? What if they don't stick with the Astras? I was thinking that. They probably will, but Power Max are not a massive team. But that Astra is the oldest car on the grid.
Yeah. Speaking of them, though, they had a fantastic year.
Oh, I love it.
The oldest car on the grid.
For the Independents. We love the Independents.
Which ATS came out on top.
Yeah.
In the Independents. But they had a fantastic year.
They've had a stunning year, to be fair. To say the oldest car on the grid, very limited funding. Been up there, smashing it. ATS is going to be back with them for next year.
Yeah, he is. Elsewhere, I'm not too sure. I guess we'll see next year. Whether Dan Zelos can get, that's very up to funding. Hope he does. He became the minis champion, and I know he's competed in minis for the last few rounds.
She's the size of that trophy.
Yeah.
Huge. It was bigger than him.
Doesn't fit the Minis name, does it?
Not really.
But they like to go big in the Minis.
I mean, it is sponsored by JCW, so.
That's good.
And that's JCB. I'm thinking of the wrong company. It's bloody hell.
But good weekend for all around. And we'll see who turns up on the grid next year.
We'll see who does turn up, because I think, despite kind of whoever or whatever we see on the grid, I think we're looking for another. If we can get a good season, at least as close as what we did last season, I'd be happy.
Can't get much closer than you did than this season.
No, I'd love to see more cars, as always, but
I'd like to see if any of the Porsche Cup boys come back. So like Stephen Jelly, George Gamble,
Dan Lloyd,
any of them. See if any of them are willing to come
kind
back.
of make the return.
Yeah, but I think that's everything in touring car.
No.
Oh. Going back to what we said earlier.
The second topic.
The second topic. We're on about it when he said, was the Ford quick enough? Well, apparently for Alliance/Napa,
it wasn't quick enough.
Because apparently for 2026 they're swapping manufacturers.
Yeah.
Apparently they're developing a new a car with a new manufacturer and potentially a GT3 car as well.
Napa's got their fingers in all the pies. I swear they've got truck racing, minis, Porsches.
Now it's the time to expand, isn't it?
Legends. They had everything.
Yeah, now it's the time to expand into GT3. What it's with? Could it be a return to like
Mercedes?
A Honda? Bring the Honda back?
Oh, the Hondas. I'd love to see a Honda back.
The pipe dream, the Alfa Giulia.
Yeah.
The pipe dream.
Fair. If we're going to lose the Napa Fords, I want to see a different manufacturer take up the Fords.
Someone could take up a new
Power Max. I'd love to see Power Max buy out the Fords and use the Fords.
Someone could take up Ford would have. I wouldn't say they need a flagship, but could do with one.
Yeah. To be fair, Fords have always been a touring car, so I think it'd be a bit wrong to kind of see them go.
Yeah, with the Mondeos and.
Yeah.
But
that is it for.
Now that is everything in touring car.
That is We're not going to keep yapping because we have a habit of yapping.
We do have a habit.
That is everything for touring cars.
On whatever happens in the touring car news over the winter break.
Yeah.
And probably be back at the start of the season at Donington.
Definitely back. Fair. You'll be seeing a lot more content from us touring car wise next year. So make sure you're following all kind of socials. There'll be a link to all the socials at the end. Leave them all, descriptions and everything.
At LH_TalkSpin.
Yeah, on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. The TikTok has been doing quite well recently.
And on X. Talk SNS.
Talk SNS, because X, you're really weird and you won't let us have a full name.
Exactly.
But that is it for everything from us.
For everything in touring car.
I've been Lewis, he's been Harvey. No, he's been Lewis, I've been Harvey. That's the right one.
Yeah, there we go.
And
we'll be back after this. We'll go with an intermission. Quick intermission.
Yeah.
Talk about some stuff going on in F1.
Keep your eyes flat.
You can see the riding on the pavement. Young kids,